Hello! Hello and welcome back to another season of Beyond the Ball. I am Collie and I'm joined by Big Paddy. Paddy, what's the crack?
Hello, I've been sitting here for 2 months patiently waiting to start again.
I know it's been a long time. We haven't seen each other at all since the last recording, so it's so much to catch up on.
Looking good.
Yeah, I am looking good. I know I feel good
Jersey's
as well.
a bit big, but other than that,
it's a bit big. But look, it's not that it's too big, but the crest is quite low. It's on me. Belly button nearly. But and we're joined by Connor. Connor, what's the crack?
What's going on, pal? How are you?
I haven't seen you in ages. It's just been so long.
Man, it must be 2-3 days.
At least 2 or 3 days. Right, we're going to be looking at, lads, we're doing the season predictions. So we're going to predict our top four, our relegation, our top scorer for the season, and the Champions League winner. We're going to give our season preview, so what we expect to see from our team this season. And then we might just have a look at the transfer, see how we've done, and see who's come off best or whatever. For anybody that's new to the podcast or whatever, they want to know what's going on, we're planning on doing 2 episodes a week. So possibly a Tuesday and Thursday release dates. We don't know. That's yet to be decided. Whenever we can record, go fuck yourselves. You get
really
2 episodes.
Been decided before you said that on the podcast.
It should have. We're not live anymore, Paddy, so I can say what I want and cut the shit out of it. That won't be getting cut. I'm happy to tell everyone to fuck off.
Ooh, you're odd.
So we're hoping 20-30 minutes an episode to keep it a little bit more easier to listen to. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to fucking drag the bollocks over. You'll see what's going to happen. Lads, let's jump into the first thing. So do you just want to add anything else into that, Diaz?
I'd say it's going to be a Tuesday and a Thursday. Yeah, 30 minutes an episode. And yeah, you can look forward to that. They need a schedule. The customers need a schedule.
Customers? They're not fucking paying customers. Where's me money?
What do you mean? He's not getting paid for this?
Hell. Right, lads. We're looking at the first thing. We have season predictions. So I was way off with mine. I can't remember mine last year, but I do believe I said Chelsea to win the league. So that's probably not going to happen this season. I was brought severely back down to earth. Connor, do you want to walk us through your? Should we do all of them in a row, or should we go top four, and mix
let's do top fours, and then
Okay, right. Well, I'll tell you
what. Top four last.
I was just going to say. We'll start with relegation. So, Connor, can you give me your 3 relegated teams this season, please?
So the 3 I said last year, none of them actually got relegated. So I'm hoping I'm a little bit more on the ball this year.
Beyond the ball.
Beyond the ball. I've gone with Luton. To go straight back down.
Okay. Yep.
Crystal Palace.
Oh.
And Nottingham Forest.
Oh, impressive. Okay. Paddy, what do you think?
Impressive as if it's happened.
It's close to mine, so that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to go for Luton. Although I can't wait to see their stadium in between 2 houses. It looks like some Harry Potter. Burnley. And I think Sheffield United.
So the 3 teams that came up going straight back down.
Straight back down. Okay, yeah. I think, right, I've gone with Luton, obviously, to finish bottom. Connor, I agree with you on Crystal Palace. I just think they're going down. I don't think they've improved their squad at all after losing Zaha. So I don't think it's going to be a good season for Palace. No, why is like 75 years of age or something at this stage?
Why's got a wand?
Why's got a massive wand? So he said.
He's got a wand.
Lads, the last team I've gone with, right, is Wolves to go down. I've gone with Wolves. They've not improved at all, and they've got rid of about fucking 15 players. All good players as well. So
I tossed up between Forest and Wolves. So
yeah, I just don't see it. I don't see it being good for Forest this season. Right, lads. Shall we go on to? Let's have the Champions League winner. Who are we saying for this? Paddy, we'll jump to you first because we went to Connor first last time.
It pains me to say this, but I think if Chelsea could Man City could do it again. sorry, getting your hopes up there. Yeah, Man City, I think, might do it again. because I think Haaland now is just going to get stronger and stronger, and yeah, as a team, they're just going to get better, and they're just going to be a chain, and they could put a run together like no team has ever done before in terms of consecutive Premier Leagues and Champions League wins.
Yeah, fair enough. Connor, what do you reckon?
Madrid, back to it. Bit of
Yeah.
strengthening going on in the summer. Fancy Madrid to get through La Liga early enough so they can put a lot of focus at the end of the season into the Champions League.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it was a toss-up for me between the two teams, Madrid and City. I think that might be our final. But yeah, I'm gonna actually have to go with City. I just think Haaland is the difference there. Lads, top scorer in the Prem. Who are we saying, Connor?
Haaland.
he's kind of ruining all of our content, isn't he? Like,
Is there much point? Like, come on, we're all doing the same.
Do we do betting without Haaland? Do we?
We do betting without Haaland. I like it.
Do betting without Haaland as well.
I'm gonna do. Mo Salah. Go on.
Ooh, Paddy, what do you think? Apart from Haaland as well.
If not Haaland, the wish Haaland, Highland.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You don't tell me. Now, don't tell me you're happy. No, look, we'll get on to that in a few minutes. Lads, I obviously am saying Haaland as well, because anybody that has eyes can see it's going to be Haaland. Now, I'm going to throw it out, and I'm not being biased around like
Jackson. Here we go.
People may say I'm being biased here, okay? But, lads, this man, right? It's just, if you've ever seen Didier Drogba playing football and you want to see him again, just watch Chelsea and watch Jackson, because lads, it's been so long since we had a number 9 that I've been so excited to watch, and Jackson is just a man for me, and I think he's gonna be. Jackson. He's gonna. Oh man, he saw me story when I sang that on it as well. So embarrassing. But anyway, yeah, I think Jackson, and I think Chelsea are going to surprise everyone this season, and you'll see when we say our top 4 here. So
last season, you probably said something similar.
Yeah.
Look, who could have foreseen that we were going to get rid of Tuchel and get fucking Chris Potter in? Who could have foreseen that? Nobody. Could you? No.
So this season, am I going to be the only? Are Liverpool on Champions League, aren't they? No, so I'll be the only Champions League correspondent this season on the podcast.
Look, you're going to have to broaden your horizons, because these are going out in the knockouts or the groups. Lads, let's go top 4. Paddy. And I want to go from 4th to 3rd to 2nd to 1st.
Yeah, no, I know how the order of works. Yeah,
just making sure.
4th, I'm going to go Liverpool. 3rd, I'm going to go Arsenal.
Okay.
2nd, I'm going to go United, Manchester United. That is not Newcastle. And 4th, Man City. Chelsea nowhere to be seen.
Connor?
4th, Liverpool. 3rd, United. West Ham United, that is. That's Manchester. 2nd, Arsenal. 1st, City.
Oh, we're nearly the same. Nearly.
Yeah, I suppose I'll give mine then. 4th place.
Chelsea.
Man City. Now, 4th place, Manchester United. 3rd place, Arsenal. 2nd place.
I wonder.
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
That's what I'm telling you now. Chelsea are going to be unbelievable this season.
Colin, you know why this isn't live? Can you cut back to 12 months when you said the same thing last year? Just add it in here.
I'll just insert here. I put it out there, so I'm going with City 1st. Spurs 2nd, Chelsea 3rd, and Liverpool 4th. I know that one people won't be happy with that, but don't care. Lads, Chelsea are fucking gonna be quality this season, and look, it's a fact. Chelsea are finishing 2nd. That's what I've gotten me predictions, and Manchester City are obviously going to win the league. I think that's a given in my opinion. But lads, that Chelsea team, why don't you see us? Right, lads, we're off the season predictions. We haven't missed that, have we? We've got everything. Got everything. We're happy.
Yeah, we're locked in.
Okay, locked in, loaded. We will be back to this in 12 months' time. Well, it won't be 12 months. It'll be about 8 or 9 months. But anyway, next thing is the season preview.
Sorry, what?
Preview.
What the fuck is the preview?
Preview.
Yeah, cool. Next is the season preview, lads.
We're doing the French league, are we?
And what we're doing here, lads, is we're going to talk about our teams. We're going to talk about how we think they performed in the transfer window. We're going to talk about how we think they're going to perform in the season, and give our overall expectations of what we want from our team this season. So, Connor, we'll come to you first. Talk to me a little bit about Liverpool, how their summer's gone, how their transfer window's gone. Are you happy? Are you sad? And how do you see them finishing up this season? I know you've given us a top four, but how do you see them doing?
You can use emojis if you want.
You can use emojis. Hashtag sad. Window
Hashtag good for you.
went I think how we thought it was going to go. People who left some dead weight moved on. Delighted to see Naby Keita's injured already again at Werder Bremen. That was a big positive. Obviously, Bobby was going. Oxlade-Chamberlain was going. So they all moved on as expected. Happy with the two signings so far in Slabazoi and McAllister. Definitely still more recruitment needed to be done. I still think, so that last year, there still needs to be a midfielder in there to replace Fabinho. Now he's actually gone. So that's actually getting replaced. So I'd love to see a right full come in as someone to push Alexander-Arnold for that spot. They doesn't have that competition at the moment. And if they could squeeze a number 9 in by the end of the transfer window, that'd be great. But I can't see that one happening because there's just so many of those like wingers who kind of play up front sometimes in the squad. But yeah, definitely another midfielder and a right full. I think the priority is going to be back into the top 4 this year. They have to go upwards. And I'm happier with the squad there now with the kind of the first 11, maybe top 14, 15 players than last year. Anyway, I think there's a little bit more impact. So as long as they add another 2 in there, I'd say.
What I'll do for everybody is I'll just run through Liverpool's transfers ins and out real quick, just so you have an idea of what's gone on. So you've signed 2 players so far, McAllister, and I swear to God, lads, right, these names that are being signed in the Premier League is going to fuck me big time this season. Sabazlai.
Yeah.
Okay, it was close enough. Right?
You should see me Google history. It's just
preview.
The preview of Slabazor. I'll go through your outs, right? So there's a couple of people that I'm going to throw in there. A lot of them are kind of fucking shithawks that you never heard of, but like a couple of them you obviously know. So Leighton Clarkson, Jordan Henderson, Leighton Stewart, Bobby Firmino, Naby Keita, James Milner goes, Diox goes, Anderson Arroyo should have thought this one through. James Balagizzi, Owen Beck, Fabio Carvalho, Dominic Cornes, Harvey Davis, Calvin Ramsey, Steve Van Den Berg, Royce Williams.
Yeah, under 11 stuff.
So there's a lot of them players. Like I said, a lot of them players are gone anyway. Or are kind of youth team or whatever it is, reserve team. They're kind of gone. So
yeah, a lot of them are out on loan. Like Fabio Carvalho's out on loan. Calvin Ramsey, who was coming in to replace or to challenge Trent, as right full, has gone out on loan. So I still think they need someone to actually sit in.
Yeah,
and then as the bulk of that happened in midfield, Henderson gone, Fabinho gone, Oxlade-Chamberlain gone, Milner gone. So they need to replace in there.
Go on. Yeah, I know what Paddy's going to ask. Go on.
No, you bought 2 midfielders. Obviously, you needed to strengthen the midfield. Defense seems like a massive area where you need to strengthen as well, and like that right back spot and the centre back spot, because Virgil van Dijk, as good as a player as he is, you start to see aging a little bit last season, even though he's being made captain. Will he be reliable enough to play enough games for you to win the league this season? And then the right back spot, you definitely need someone better defensively. Like, because again, we said it last season, push Trent up into midfield, because you were short of midfielders and anyway. But what type of right back? Is there any rumours about who you're going to get, or because I haven't heard anything?
I could see it moving to like a three back instead. Kind of seeing the popular way things are going now. Play the three back, push one, have that rotation player. It goes from either right foot or centre half into midfield when you have the ball. John Stones is doing that at City. Alexander Arnold did it at the end of last season. He's done it in pre-season with Liverpool so far. I think last season where we missed was in the depth. We had Matip out for 6 months with knee injury. Joe Gomez was out for 9 months with a broken leg. And then it's obviously just a backlog then of relying on Kanate, who's 23, and then as you mentioned, like Van Dijk, who was struggling. So yeah, I just think with having those players back, I think there's enough cover there probably in centre half. I would still love a utility player to come in who could play right full centre half, and maybe not like a bombing forward, not like a Cancelo or like even a Robertson or like a Trent, but like one of those sits at that centre half but can do a job on the right side as well. I think would be ideal. No rumours going around. I think they're looking to try and nail down that midfield position with Roman Lavia. I think that should be done this week or next week at the latest. But I think they need to start shifting attention quickly because season's 2 weeks.
Can I just ask you something that me and Paddy always grill you on every year, and we're gonna have the same thing this time? Jurgen Klopp. If you don't get top 4 this season and the season turns out to be pretty bad, does questions get asked, or what position do you think it leaves him in?
I think if they don't get top 4, there's questions to be asked for sure. It seems like he has a bit more back in this summer. He hasn't come out and said he hasn't as of yet. And as long as they keep, again, like I said it last year, I was like, I couldn't see Liverpool finishing top 4 without investment. They made no investment. They didn't finish top 4. So like Mystic Mac over here just couldn't predict the relegation zone. But yeah, as I said, they still need investment. I still think they definitely need at least one more midfielder because they're after getting rid of 6 and they brought in 2. And someone at the back, as you mentioned, with someone across that centre to right side. And he gets them in, and we've opened up the budget a little bit for him. Well, then, yeah, questions would have to be asked at the end of the season if European football is not achieved. I think that's kind of that expectation line really at the moment. Trying to, let's be honest, it's a rebuild from where they finished last year.
So an overall expectation for a Liverpool fan is top 4, minimum top 4. Only.
Yeah,
fair enough. Yeah,
very strong. I think he's finished. And it gives a lot of hope, I'd say, to Liverpool fans with how he's finished last season, because another couple of games and you definitely could have made it to the Champions League spots, I think.
Yeah, and again, I think it got a little bit experimental because they weren't playing for anything, and then it was United and Newcastle actually stumbling that kind of opened the door more than Liverpool stepping out. They went to a 3 at the back. They went and played 5 in the middle. They experimented a little bit at the end of the season. They lost 4th or top 4 last year in the first 10 games of the season. Let's be real. So they need to start stronger this year. They started on 3 points from 6 games, I think, last year. So they need to get out of the blocks quickly.
Cool. We'll move off Liverpool now, and Paddy, we're going to jump on to Manchester United. So I suppose the same type of question for you, but what I'll do is I'll jump into the transfers ins and outs before you start, just so everybody
I have it here if you want.
Yeah, you can go through it then. Yeah. If you have it, you can go through it. Yeah.
So outs, Deschamps Bernard, never heard of him. Nathan Bishop, David De Gea, Anthony Elanga, Ethan Gilbert, Bjorn Hardley, Zidane Iqbal, Ethan Laird, Manny Norkett.
That's Collie Ethan Laird.
Eating a lot.
Charlie Savage and Alex Tellez. I think out of those, the only one you'll kind of say that you could miss is De Gea. But
whoa! Hold on a sec, Paddy. You've missed a few.
Bought in. Will you let me finish, please?
Go on.
I think we've bought a decent replacement, but he still has to be tested in the Premier League, which he hasn't been. And players in Andre Onana, Mason Mount. There's still question marks whether Johnny Evans will stay for the season or not. They're looking at obviously the new forward, the Wish Haaland, And then they're also looking at a defensive midfielder called Sofian Armbat, a Colombian international, a Moroccan international.
I was going to say, he's
Florentine,
definitely
sorry.
not Colombian.
But
Right,
again,
Paddy.
cover we need in important areas for the season. I think we missed, especially come to the end of the season, a bit of depth. And I think what these players will bring is a bit more quality in our depth. And you'd
Paddy, I
hope.
think you've missed a few though. I don't know if there's a
Of who?
second page there. David De Gea goes. Phil
said that.
Jones goes. And Tuan Zabi goes, who was kind of coming into the team towards the start of the season, wasn't it?
Oh, he's gone. Yeah. All right.
He's
yeah,
gone,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So there was a couple there, sorry.
All right. No, sorry.
And can I just say, right, I know you can give us all your talk there, but you got bent over with Mason Mount, right? That's what I'm going to say.
We'll see.
Right, go on. So
in
what
the
do you
time he
expect?
was there, he was Chelsea's top scorer, top assister.
Oh.
All the stats are there to
Listen.
prove it. They're all there, Collie.
Listen,
They're all there.
I've had this argument with so many United fans, and all I can say is, who was our top scorer for them seasons? Mason Mount. Who was our number 9? Nobody, because we didn't have one. So he's got all these accolades.
It doesn't matter. He
He
still
had one
delivered.
good season. One
He's
good
won the
season.
Champions League.
One good season, and then
Champions
he was shy, fell off a cliff last season.
If he was still
And then
there
as
now,
soon as time, as soon as times got tough, as soon as times got tough, he fucking picked up his bags and off he went into the fucking sunset.
He seemed what a fucking joke of a club he was in, and he left.
Right, come on. So Paddy Onana as well. Sorry, a question on him. He's already been chipped by fucking Bellingham. How do you react to that one? Is he a good replacement?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think he's really good, and he's already given Harry Maguire a bollocking, so he's all good in my books now. Yeah, absolutely.
Enough, yeah.
I think there's a few more outgoings to go. I think Fred is going to Galatasaray. You would hope Harry Maguire is going anywhere. Because even there in the pre-season with Onana coming out, like the last keepers we had, were Van der Sar and Schmeichel, that would have been like that. That the defenders knew if they fucked up, they're going to get it in the neck. And that's what you like. I like this fella. Like when you see when United are attacking, he's nearly up in the halfway line. So he is definitely an improvement. Or I think, he'll definitely make an improvement in this team. Like he's a very forward-thinking keeper, like Liverpool's keeper and Man City's keeper. So again, to play the type of football that we want to play, like, similar to Klopp's and similar to, I was going to say Pochettino's, but not really Pochettino because we haven't seen what he can do yet. But similar to Guardiola as well. I think it's a very forward way of thinking and playing. And look, we can look at these players that United are getting in, unproven. The striker they're after getting in, but if you look around, you're either going to have to spend 150 million on a Kane or the Napoli forward. What's his name?
Victor Osimhen.
Osimhen, yeah, that's right. Or else you spend this amount of money now on someone that has the attributes to be a good striker, but there's very few number 9s out there at the moment. Very, very few that you could take. So it's a gamble, and that's an absolute gamble. But he scores 15 goals this season, his price doubles already. So look, it's I trust in Ten Hag's judgment. He is a player that Ten Hag wanted. This is not something that Manchester United have done behind Ten Hag's back. He really seems to have control, and even with if you look at the likes of the Austrian sausage that came in last season, even though he didn't score many goals, he's still done an effective job for the team pressing up front. So Ten Hag, irrespective of the type of player you are, seems to be able to get the best from you. So if this fella has anything about him, I'm sure Ten Hag will get a decent bit of ball out of him. So very, very, very confident going into the new season. The pre-season results don't really bother me because, to be honest, we won all our pre-season games last season, and then we lost our first 2 games 4-0 and 3-1 against Brighton and fucking Brentford or something like that. So our first 2 games of this season, which I'm sure we'll speak of soon, will be Wolves and Tottenham. So if we can get a couple of points out of them, I'll be happy.
Paddy, what's your minimum expectations for the season for this United team?
Champions League and a cup. Champions League spot, I mean, in a cup, not win the Champions League.
Yeah, that's I jumped one a bit there.
But I would think comfortably get into the Champions League, and because it just requires a bit of consistency. I don't think, even if Chelsea and Liverpool do come back stronger, which they probably will, it's hard to see Newcastle having a similar season because they're
I
not
think that's
investing as much as I thought they would. And then Arsenal is a bit of an anomaly as well in terms of will they be able to put a season together considering of how they lost, because you've seen the fallout from Liverpool last season from the season before when they nearly won the quadruple. They were so close, and that definitely affected them mentally. So I think Arsenal getting so close to winning the league and then losing it, how will that affect the players? Will they have the same fight to go again? Questions to be asked.
Okay. Shall we move on to Chelsea, or have you anything else you want to add on to that one, Paddy?
No, move on. Chelsea. We've been about 4 hours now listening to all the Chelsea ins and outs.
Here we go. Right, so lads, we'll move on to Chelsea, and I'll go through all the ins and outs. So in Nicholas Jackson, what a player. Christopher Nkunku, what a player. Kendry Perez, I don't know about him. 17 million. Leslie, and this fella's gonna get me. Uga Kakuku from Rennes.
You love a what?
Just Les.
Big Les. 23.5 million. Angelo Gabriel, he actually looks pretty decent from Santos. Alex Matos, haven't seen him. Diego Moreira. Anyway.
Like having a stroke there.
Right, so lads, that's all our incomings, which is about 100 mil worth. Outgoings, lads, which is fucking a massive list. Kai Havertz, 65 million. Mateo Kovacic, this is the one that really hurt. This is the one that I didn't want to happen. I wanted Kovacic there at Chelsea next season. I didn't want to let him go. 30 million we got from him, though, which is a decent enough price. Fitness is going to be an issue. Lads, the best news all season, Ruben Loftus-Cheek has fucked off away from Chelsea. 17 million we bent over AC Milan for him. So I'm happy with that one. Mason Mount out for 60 million. Christian Pulisic, sad to see him go. I thought we could have got more from him. 18.8 million to AC Milan. Ampadu goes to Leeds. Koulibaly, good luck to you off to fucking Saudi Arabia. Mendy off to Saudi Arabia. Derek Abu going to Southampton. Aubameyang gone to Marseille for free. Aspilicueta, legend. Nathan Baxter's gone. N'Golo Kante's gone for free. Baba Ramon's gone. Xavier Simmons, don't know him. Dujan Sterling, he's gone to Rangers. Ethan Waddy, Prince Ega, blah, blah, blah. Bakayoko has finally been released. He's been at Chelsea for about 8 seasons and never played. Castillo's gone. Lawrence gone. Sam McClellan's gone. Fofana is gone on loan. We got him in last season. Didn't really do anything. And then 2 other nobody. So that's Chelsea's ingoings and outgoings. Lads, I know you don't want to listen to me talk shit about Chelsea, but fortunately I'm going to have to do it. And I think that Chelsea are going to have an unbelievable season. Your man Jackson, and I know I've said it already, massively impressed with him. I think he's played something like 3 games. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists, something like that. Very good. And Nkunku also looks unbelievable. His touches, his movements, very good. On the ball, he's very good. We just look like the only thing I would say is we probably do lack a little bit in the middle. We probably need another midfielder, another experienced midfielder. Now we're trying to get Caicedo, but I don't know whether we should pay the money. Brighton seem to be holding off for 100 million for him, but I don't know if he's worth that or not. So I don't know whether that one's going to happen. I'm happy with the team as it is. I suppose the centre half might be another issue. We have Colwill back from Brighton, who signed a long-term deal today. Delighted to see him back. Thiago Silva, 38, still scoring goals for fun. Yeah, I think we're going to be fucking unbelievable this season. Seeing glimpses of Pochettino and what he could do at the team talk in half-time look very... I think I've seen more passion in that 2 minutes than I've seen all season from Potter. So overall, very happy, very excited with Chelsea, and I think we could have a really good season. Yeah, he did, but when you have a team that's just deflated of all confidence, there's only so much. Do you know what it's like? It's like blowing up a tire with a pinhole in it. You know, it's never going to inflate. You can do it for like 60 minutes, but then it's just, you know, in the last 30 minutes, it's going to deflate. You know, it's just
fucking Eric Cantona.
You're saying you're a bit short in midfield, but
Yeah.
obviously you've been so short up front for years now. So you've
Yeah.
bought Jackson. Who else have you got there?
Yeah. And Kunku has come in. We do have Sterling there. We've got Mudryk, who, by the way, I think is going to be unbelievable as well. So we're seeing glimpses of him. He actually, this is how much I respect him as well, right? He dropped down from the first team, Ukrainian team, and he went to the under-21s to play in that tournament, and he was unbelievable in it. Scored loads of goals.
Playing against
Because
loads
he's
of
playing against loads of kids.
Doesn't matter. The confidence. It's all about the confidence, lads. The lack of confidence you had last season, it'll be a massive thing this season if we have confidence. And Mudryk is going to be class with a lot of confidence. And he looks like he's linking up with Jackson very, very well. And I'm loving it. Yeah, that's it, lads. I mean, I'm excited. Pochettino looks great. I love him. He's a good man.
He's a good man.
Yeah, we're gonna score loads of goals. We haven't scored loads of goals in years, and I think there's still going to be a couple of signings that are coming in. We're signing a centre half from Monaco, I think it is. I can't remember his name, but apparently we're signing him because Fofana has fucking snapped his ACL. So 80 million down the drain for that cunt. But anyway, we move on. Lads, that's do you have anything else you want to ask me or grill me about Chelsea, or are you happy?
You're missing a goalkeeper.
Kepa is quality. We don't need another replacement for him. I'm happy with
Might
Kepa
be
this season.
quality at like Sudoku or something, but he's not quality in goals.
No, I'm happy with Kepa this season. I don't have any qualms with him being there. Right, that's it, lads. Season preview has been done and complete, and we're locked and loaded. We've put our necks out on the line for our teams and said what we want to happen. So,
sorry, what's the expectation of Chelsea?
Top four.
Minimum.
Top four minimum.
Yeah. So question marks asked at Poch if he doesn't get top four.
Look. To be honest with you, right, top four is my expectation. I think most Chelsea fans would be happy with 5th or 6th, considering last season. To be honest with you, I think it was a freak season, and I think we definitely should be doing better than that. So I'm saying top 4, and I think a lot of them will agree. We've spent a lot of money. So yeah, that's it. We will have another episode coming out in a day or two. So yeah, keep an eye out.
We're wearing the same clothes as well, but we haven't been wearing them for 2 days.
Yeah. We're not scruffs. We're just we washed them with the day in between. So yeah, lads, that's it. Episode 1 of our new season is done and dusted.
He doesn't know what number it is.
I know, yeah. I think it's 6. I have no idea. So if you have watched or listened, make sure you hit subscribe, follow us, get over to TikTok, get over to Instagram. I've no Instagram symbol up on the screen for anybody that's watching. Don't know why. That's my mistake. Hit subscribe, like, follow, comment, all that good shit. Rate us.
You need to change our Twitter one as well.
Why?
It's X now.
It's X now.
Oh shit! Yeah. Jesus, I'm way behind, am I? Right. Well, anyway, look. Thanks for watching or listening or whatever the fuck you've done, and we will see everybody on our next episode.